What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything that she can do.
Why were we wearing hats?
I mean, of all the things we were doing, I don't know why we had hats on.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know why it was a question, if I'm honest.
Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Mate, have you been down the rabbit on TikTok recently? Down the rabbit hole?
No.
Right, so let me update you. There was a woman who found a rolled up carpet in her garden underneath a blood tree.
Did you send it to me?
Maybe.
I haven't watched anything. I think I've got over 30 odd ones from you.
That's rude.
Unopened.
It's like a waste of my time.
No,
if
it's
you're not.
not. I'll get there.
Right, so then, long story short,
what, in her garden?
in her garden, she was digging out a blood tree, I believe it was, something like that.
A blood tree? What's
Yeah,
a blood tree?
don't know, apparently really expensive.
Okay.
So anyway, she's digging, they find a rolled up carpet.
That was a big hole.
She gets a bit nervous because it is a full, like it's weird. So anyway, she rings the police because everyone on TikTok's like, ring the police. She rings the police and they're like, no, they come and have a look, but no further investigation. Then she gets another phone call from a different police department or whatever it is in America, who then bring cadaver dogs. Both sit down, signifying there's something in the carpet, right?
Yeah. Which surely they would have known anyway because the police have already looked.
Yeah, but you can only see like the end of the carpet bit. Not what was in the carpet. She was just like, why is there a carpet buried in the garden? So anyway.
So you're saying they didn't even look, they just went,
They couldn't. They didn't dig it up or anything.
Why?
Don't know. So anyway, the dog signified there was something going on. Dog sit. Next thing you know, everybody's out. It's taped off. They've got tents up. Turns out it's just a carpet. But because both dogs signified, they're going to take the carpet and test the carpet. Because they're like, why would the dogs, obviously... So it could have been a nosebleed years ago and they've just buried the carpet to save taking it to the dump or whatever it is in America that they pay for the trash. Not really sure. So yeah, that's that. So then the other rabbit hole I'm in is there's some woman who's chronically ill. She's got Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And everyone's saying she's faking it. She's saying she's paralysed. But there are like videos of her like walking, moving, this, that and the other. So I'm in that rabbit hole at the minute. And I don't know if she's actually really ill or she's doing it for gifts. Yeah.
Okay.
So TikTok is like, that's what I said to you. Like when we went live that time, I was like, we need to switch off gifts, mate. I don't want to be one of those people.
No, it's not ultimately what we're doing it for.
No, I'd rather put videos out and earn money from people watching the videos than be a beggar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be a beggar. So yeah, man, that's the rabbit hole I'm in. That door, man.
Yeah. Got us last time.
Yeah. Which shakes all the doors. Right. What do you want to start with? Mine or yours?
Yours.
I feel quite organised.
Good, I'm not.
Right. So we're going to start with Am I the Devil? No, I don't know why I've gone into that.
I know. Right.
Saved. I had to think what I'm doing.
I can't even show you. Did I send you a picture? I don't know.
Of what?
There was a child at school this week who made me really happy.
Right.
So she's like, Miss Sal, do you like my big blue whale? And she showed me a double page that she'd drawn. I'm like, yeah, show me it. And she shows me it. And then there's this big green fish looking thing.
Right.
I'm like, blue whale? She's like, yeah. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like, blue? Yeah. So I don't know if this kid is colourblind.
Sounds like the kid's colourblind.
Or there just wasn't a blue pencil.
Right.
But she was so proud of it. And I was just like, I love that. I took a picture of it, I'll show you.
You're a twat.
But It proper made me happy.
I don't have the same passion for children as you.
Because I was like, oh, it's not fair.
Maybe she is. Maybe you should do a colour test.
Next door. Oh, I don't like your neighbours. They make me so paranoid.
noisy.
They make me paranoid.
I was like, what is that?
Felt like someone was tapping on the window.
So did I. I thought it was Harry.
I'm
It's
like,
a wind
"You
up. A
twat."
twat. Yeah.
He thinks it's funny.
So when I got to Alfie yesterday at uni, I went in. Wasn't bad. Changed his bed, took his towels, like done all his washing, that saved him some money. Checked his sell by dates and everything because obviously he's down this weekend. Met his floor, like there's 5 on the same bit that share the same bit. Met one of them. I don't know if there's more or not. I was going, sorry, what? Are you enjoying yourself?
You were shouting at her.
It's great. She's like, sorry, and then I think I'm well fucking loud. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear her. What? Good time. Poor girl.
Are you having fun?
Yeah. And then I said to her, listen, if he does anything that annoys you, just tell him.
I'll tell your mum.
Yeah. I go there. She's like, excuse me. Sorry, can you write it? Can you write it down for me?
Okay.
But yeah, back up tomorrow. Another 4-hour round
Have
trip.
you actually seen him since he's been home, or?
Yeah, I see him yesterday for a couple of hours and he must have come in here about 10 times, and every time he walks in he goes, oh, I found something. Which I then respond with, oh, where was it? Every single time. It's like our thing. And came out, annoyed the animals constantly. That's another thing he does. Picks them all up, puts them down, like it's constant. Then he went to the concert, Yeet. And he's like, apparently, because you know I've never been to a concert, but apparently at the concert they all punch each other.
What?
He called it something, and I was like, I don't get it. And he's like, oh, it's just something that we do. And then,
What?
yeah, I don't get it either. But apparently it's what you do at those kind of concerts. And I was like, okay, that's strange. I was like, I don't know if I want to go to a concert, because if someone punches me, there's going to be a fight.
Yeah, I'm going to get a bit upset.
There's going to be a fight.
Okay.
But apparently at those type of concerts, it's like a type of thing. Not like punch hard, but it's like a thing. Listen, I don't know. He was trying to explain it, and this is my face the whole time. Yeah, so I have no idea.
Oh, so did he have fun?
He had a great time, apparently. Great time. Apparently there were 4 people together that were dressed as Spider-Man. So that made him happy. So, because they were doing a dance thing in the middle. I don't know.
The little things.
The little things. But yeah, so his friend Oscar, he's gone back up to uni, Sheffield. Yeah, it's all a bit sad but great at the same time. I won't see him for a month now. I know, after tomorrow. That's it for a whole entire month.
Right.
Harry's pricing up a job for us today, I believe. And what else was there going on in my life? I feel like that's it. Nothing else been going on with you?
I go to work, I come home.
You go to work, you come home.
Had a really good night's sleep the other night.
What are you doing today? Just shopping?
We're not shopping, taking a whole load of shit back.
Yeah.
I said that I might fly by Helen's on the way home, but otherwise, well, yesterday once the boys finally went to their dad's, I cleaned, which I didn't feel like I'd done for ages. So I'd done their room, hallway, kind of the front room. So I just, in the bathroom, but I need to do the kitchen and my room. So I'll probably do that tonight. And I've got a baby shower tomorrow.
Oh, who's baby shower?
My cousin, Nora.
Oh, first, second, third.
First.
Sweet. Boy, girl.
Girl.
Sweet.
But I'm picking Mum up and I think picking Jen up. So.
And then done.
And
Where is it?
Crawley.
Isn't that where we did?
Yes.
Have you looked at the prices?
No.
What are you thinking after Christmas? I reckon it's going to drop just before Christmas.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Like
keep
when
a
I
little eye-
booked.
Yeah, just keep an eye on it. I think that's sort of.
I haven't looked, to
No.
be honest.
I haven't looked. Literally, you were like, "Let's do it," and then I was like, "Fuck's sake!"
I got the same. I got a bit worried because I was like, it's Christmas. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Let me have a quick look. Tough Mudder.
Maybe we just ask for it for our birthdays.
Yeah, I feel like nobody's getting me that for my birthday. It's going to be a no.
I've got no one to get that for me.
Me neither.
I'm like, anyone want to club together?
Yeah.
Anything?
What, should we put it on the girl group? I know we generally don't buy each other birthday presents.
I would really like though.
Should have done it for our 40th. I actually do want to do it. It's not letting me load in.
I do want to do it.
Let me try on there.
So I eventually washed my my whole kit that I had on for Tough Mudder.
Eventually, I put mine straight in there. And I washed
chucked
it
in.
twice.
I chucked it in. Didn't quite realise I'd put it on a 90-degree wash.
Ooh.
Yeah, my trainers did not come back in one piece.
I bet they didn't. Why would you put your trainers on a 90 degree?
I don't even know. I didn't even realise that it was on a 90. I just knew that I'd put it on a high spin.
That means you can't even wear them for next year.
No, the sole came off.
You're so funny.
Like, because it had the foamy stuff, they basically pinged off. Yeah, it's why are you doing the face for?
Because I don't know. Hold on. I've hit Midlands.
I said we're not going Midlands.
I don't know why I hit Midlands. Right, May. I was like, that's weird. I don't remember that. 12-hour event. Oh, it's gone up by £5. We would have saved a fiver. I'm not
slightly
upset now.
insulted, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even upset now. I think let's keep an eye. If we get 30%, I'd be happy with.
That's disgusting.
It's really bad, isn't it? Can you imagine had we booked? Exactly. My eyebrow would be just like that.
Come on now, Tough Mudder.
Yeah, that's like embarrassing.
Come on now.
Right, should we get into it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So when I do it, I'm just like, and I see my, hello! Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to Middle Aged Opinion. I'm your host Ellie.
And I'm Emily and I've forgotten what we're doing.
We're
Am I
doing-
the devil?
Yes.
Today we're looking at Am I the Devil?
We're looking at more than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
These are all stories from different Reddits where people that have read the stories deem them so bad they've been moved over to Am I the Devil? And today, so this is my choice today, and then we'll be recording Emily's after, but I went out of my way with both subjects that we're recording today to really upset you. And even though I sometimes enjoy the element of surprise of not reading them through, I've enjoyed reading them through because it's like rage bait.
What?
For you, you're going to be really irritated. And then
I haven't even read mine. I've done my usual I'm too tired. I like the sound of that, we'll go with that.
Yeah, I had time yesterday, so I was waiting for Alfie, so it was a no-brainer for me. But I think I do have one. I can't remember if it's in this one or the next one that we're recording where I do have a trigger warning. But that's not a rage bait for you. That was just like shocking. Okay, so shall I get kicking?
Yay.
Okay, some of mine are long, but like I say, I have read through, so fingers crossed I'll be alright reading it today. Okay. My boyfriend threatened to break up with me on a Harry Potter marathon night that I planned because he was embarrassed and would rather drink at a club. 32 male, 39 female. Yeah, even I was like, and when I read the story, I was like, am I going to put this in? And I thought, it's a bit different. I'm going to put it in because people are actually dying in the world. There's all this stuff coming about every icon that we grew up with and looked up to. So I thought, this is someone's problem And what a nice problem to have compared to what's going on, right? Okay. Yesterday was his birthday. We both are Harry Potter fans, but I'm more into it. And he likes golfing and cars more than I do. Yesterday morning, I asked him if he wanted to go out somewhere, and I told him that I was planning on a surprise night. He didn't ask anything further and left for work. During the evening, I had set the sofa, spread the blankets, arranged the coffee table, fluffed all of the pillows, warmed up the place. I made pizza at home for the first time and made smoothies. I brought all the kind of sweets and made mini Harry Potter-like candies with him. I think she means for him. I had got the idea from those reels and had always told him that I wanted to try it out. He didn't see my messages till 9:30 and arrived at 10 p.m.
What?
I'm assuming he was at work. She did say he was at work. We don't know what he does. She doesn't disclose what he does.
10 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, it's time for bed.
Bedtime.
No, actually, that is
What?
an hour wind down on TikTok and then
What?
into
What?
bed. Because I can't get
She's
in.
just starting.
I
What the
can't get
fuck?
in.
You're right, I'm irritated.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right.
Where have you been?
This wasn't to irritate you, but it irritated me. So I'm glad that it's irritating you. Anyway, he arrived at 10 p.m.
Rude.
I didn't mind it much, but told him that I had everything prepared and that we could snuggle up and watch together. He told me he was tired and didn't want to do it. So I tried requesting him to sit with me for at least one movie. He somehow agreed. He ate the pizza but didn't try any of the mini candy structures that I made. And then when we were comfortable enough, the broomstick scene comes on and I tell him how I used to have a crush on Draco as a kid. You know who Draco is. I know, I was like, okay, Draco as a kid. Right, hold on. He suddenly got up from there and I nearly hit my head on the sofa board. He told me I was embarrassing to still be obsessing over Harry Potter as an adult. And that his friends' girlfriends are more mature than me and actually planning their lives ahead. I don't know how me liking this related to that because I barely even talk to him about Harry Potter much before. He just walked away after that and I let him. When I don't come back to sleep, he tells me I have horrible taste for even crushing on Tom Felton. I hope I said that right. And that he looks like a skeleton cow now.
That's unkind.
That hurt me most, that he didn't even
know his real name.
what hurt me most was that he didn't even taste the sweets that I made or even lie down with me for at least 1 hour.
He didn't even humour her.
He did not. I would have been okay to even change the movie or shut it down, and when I tried suggesting, he just kept shaking his head. He told me to fix my ways before he gets fed up and leaves me for good.
He's already cheating on her.
And that he left a real good offer of drinking at the bar with his friends. It's morning and I haven't tried to talk to him. He just left without even looking at me. I might be at fault here for not taking his interest into much consideration. I just thought we would like it because I would show him stuff like that and he always admired it much. I mean, she's making no sense. I feel kind of hurt. The pizza I made was also one of his favourites and he didn't seem to show much of it. I think she means much appreciation for it. I don't know. I may be overreacting. I don't know if it's right for me to love this series anymore. Back to Harry Potter. If had been a part of my childhood that I grew up with. We have been together for 3 years now. My boyfriend of 3 years, we're in movie marathon night and I feel hurt. Okay? What do you think?
Sorry, how old is he?
They are male 32, female 29.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. He's already got his eyes on someone else.
Do you think that's what it is?
To make a comment about his friends' girlfriends being more mature and got their lives in order, whatever,
Yeah.
and all she's doing is having a little bit of fun.
I feel like, I'll tell you why it was moved over, but I actually feel like it's not about Harry Potter.
No.
Like you say, that there is more going on. Now, the reason she was put in Am I the Devil is because whoever moved her over said, I made my boyfriend's birthday all about me. Because what we forgot was that it was his boyfriend. So instead of doing something that she thought he would like, she arranged his whole entire birthday for something she wanted to do. And that is why she was moved over. I do think she's immature for a 29-year-old. Not because of Harry Potter, because I love a bit of Harry Potter. I have my Stranger Things, for example. I'd happily have a movie, fest on Stranger Things, or Aliens is another one I
would have a
like.
pajama party.
Right.
I would absolutely would have a pajama party.
So I think that this isn't the only instance that she is. What I mean by immature is her response to him getting the ump with it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
her response
I do.
Screams...
I do. I think part of it was she wanted to have a nice night in with him.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's supposed to be for his birthday, but actually she's done something that she knew she would enjoy.
Yeah.
And just hope that he would too, because she enjoys it.
But I'm wondering if the problem in the relationship is she is immature in the sense that, he's like, your taste sucks, and she's like really upset by that. She's really upset that he didn't taste their little sweeties. These are insignificant things. So what else is going on?
Your taste sucks. I'm like, you are one of their choices, mate.
Yeah, of course, probably looks like his twin. But my point is, I think she just sounds very immature for a 29-year-old female. For me, the way that she responded to the whole thing gives me teenage vibes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think she belongs in Am I the Devil?
No. No, I don't think so. And I don't.
But perhaps he's working with people, and these females are more mature and he's like, these, my friends' partners are planning their lives, and you're worrying about Harry Potter. There's more to it. There's more going on than what she's put in this story. She's saying he's attacked me for planning a movie night, but her response, her story, the way she told it, tells me that it's not about Harry Potter. It's something going on every single day. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think she belongs in that Reddit thread, though.
No, she doesn't belong in that Reddit thread, and I do reckon that he's probably got his eye on someone else.
Yeah. It is giving...
To
he's picking every fault.
Yeah, based on the things he said to her, like that she's immature or her taste sucks. There was no real need for that based on a movie like Harry Potter.
I agree, though. He's not my cup of tea. But I do know people that were obsessed with him in the movie.
No.
I do. And I'm like, really? Really, though?
Yeah, but they were kids as well, so it's even more weirder that people were
No,
obsessed.
because they grew up with it. So being 29, she would have grown up with...
Grown up?
Yeah, she would have grown up.
Grown up.
She would have grown up. They're roughly the same age, aren't they? I don't know what her problem. Get into bed, Mimic. Go on. No, go. Bed. Don't be cute. Just the way she backs up.
See, you tell me she's not.
Bed. Do you know what it reminds me of? Have you ever seen The Deep Blue Sea? Have you seen The Deep Blue Sea?
No.
Right. It's basically...
Did I not tell you that I'm scared of the sea? Did you...
She's so pretty.
Did you not know
I
that?
didn't know. Basically, it is about fucking tangent. It is about this woman that is trying to cure Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
So she injects the brain, makes the brain larger, and the sharks, of course, become more intelligent. First one's great, second one's hilarious. I'll tell you about the second one in a minute. So anyway, they get more intelligent. Next thing you know, this shark swims backwards, and sharks can't do that.
Right, yeah, I've seen that
Yeah,
advertised.
yeah. So that's what that reminds me of when she backs up like that.
A reversing
Oh,
shot.
well, it is a reverse. It's because of the way she does it. But yeah, number 2. So me and the boys loved number 1, and then when number 2 came out, we watch it, and basically this shark has babies. Yeah, this intelligent shark has babies, and every time the thing's going down, like sinking more and more, they're just sitting there crying, and Alfie's like, "Why are you just sitting there crying? Get up and run!" Great film. We didn't turn it off. We watched it all the way through.
You don't need to watch it now, guys, because we now know.
Watch Deep Blue Sea. I
Deep
found
Blue
that
Sea.
brilliant. It's not a horror.
It's got sharks in it, though.
Yeah, but it's still not a horror.
What does it come under? Thriller?
I don't know what it comes under.
Shit.
It comes under Deep Blue Sea. I enjoyed it. A lot of people said it was shit, but I liked it. Right, go on. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
Bear with.
Bear with, I wasn't ready. Just scroll down. Maybe I have seen Deep Blue Seas. There's, excuse me, but there's a big black man in the first one, isn't there?
Yes, he
With
is.
a parrot.
Yeah, he's the one with the eye patch from all the Marvels.
Has he got a parrot? Is there a
Yeah, no,
parrot?
he's the cook. Yes.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. And the shark eats the parrot.
Yeah.
That was the most upsetting thing about the whole film. I was like, that was unnecessary.
I have seen that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
This is not a very nice one, okay?
Okay.
So it's from Am I the Devil? It's got a little thingy on it saying arsehole from another realm.
Yeah.
I got a feeling we may have definitely gone over some of the same ones. Oh, hang on, I've got to find it now. Oh, it got deleted, so they've put it elsewhere. It's really fucking long.
Okay.
So just bear with.
Oh, quite a few of mine are quite long. But I think
This
the
is-
pre-reading helps with that.
The initial one, which was removed, I drove a young woman. No, I don't know if I want to read it actually.
Well, just say trigger warning. I know what you're about to say. I saw the title.
Yeah.
I didn't save this one. I'm pretty sure. Go on.
Okay, I drove a young woman to suicide and I can't handle the guilt.
I did open it. I couldn't find it.
It's been removed, so then it got put into Am I the Devil, as it almost sounds like he's bragging.
Yes, I couldn't. It wouldn't let me.
So someone else has saved it in case the story got deleted or removed.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I think you should read it.
okay, it's always me that picks these shit ones.
No, I do have a trigger warning. I just can't remember if it's this podcast or the next that we're doing.
So, to start, I want to give some background info on myself and how this situation came to be. I admit at the start that I am a bad, sick and twisted person. I'm a man in my mid-30s. I had a traumatic childhood with sexual abuse, neglect, and never knew my father. I feel like there's a lot of excuses already.
So do I. A lot of people had a lot of
So
shit
sorry.
childhoods.
My mother was a ghost even when she was present. From a young age, I was taken and put into boarding school. Soon after I finished school, I ran away and had my first marriage at 18, then joined the US military. In the military, I deployed to Afghanistan, experienced combat. After the military, I never really amounted to much. I spent a year or two living in my car in the I'm going to say this wrong, Mojave Desert.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
I don't know where
In
it
the
is.
desert,
Sorry,
yeah.
in the desert, doing drugs. I tried college on the GI Bill, but I lacked the organisational and note-taking skills to pass. I'd either get A's or outright fail classes. I work part-time and have 100% disability rating from the VA for my mental issues. Okay, so they were all excuses.
Okay.
People who know me well describe me as a good-looking, confident, charismatic, and very emotionally intelligent. I feel like he just described someone different.
I feel like he's just said I've got real bad mental issues, and now he's like I'm hyper intelligent. So are you faking this for disability?
Yeah, this is what people describe him as. Okay.
Okay.
I go to the gym 3 times a week. I put effort into my appearance and like to dress well. I'm currently married. This is my 4th marriage.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. No judgment.
I barely want one.
I haven't spent a single day single since I was 17. My wife is a successful person, but we aren't emotionally close. Her primary focus in her life is her career, and we've devolved into a sort of roommate scenario. I have always had trouble staying faithful to every relationship I've had. I cheat in person, but sex isn't what I'm really after. I frequently crave the emotional attention of a woman. Knowing that a woman is thinking of me, falling in love, or does love me, it gives me a warm, euphoric feeling that takes away the inner pain and anxiety I constantly feel but never let people see. And for a little while, I feel genuinely happy. That's a bit sad. Anyway.
Not at all.
There's a lot of people feel like that, you know. But it's
still
so
not
sad.
an excuse to cheat.
It's a sad place to be.
Most people feel like that, I can assure you.
Yeah.
Like alone, not good enough, not worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, go on.
I have
it's very difficult for me to like not be like. Rah!
I have affairs in person fairly often, but the best are the ones online, where emotions and hope for the future can run high. A type of romance scammer, I guess, except I don't want their money or PIN number for their card. I want their love, their adoration. The more intense, the better. I've done this with women from age 18 all the way to age 45. Every religion or none at all, from many different countries and cultures here in the US and far outside it. My current wife is a Muslim, though I am not. Through exposure to her and her immediate family, I've come to learn a lot about the Islamic religion, and I'm naturally curious about things in my proximity. This allows me to convincingly present myself as a Muslim convert. I did this because Muslims don't believe in any form of relationship before marriage. It goes from 0 to marriage. Very black and white, very intense. Thus, putting my info up on a Muslim marriage site means the responses I get are from women wanting commitment, love. My profile would describe me as a convert, learning of the religion and seeking a good Muslim woman to settle down with, start a family and complete half my deen. A white, seemingly religious man on this dating site is how I imagine the experience of being an attractive female college student in an urban environment on Tinder to be. Every day, more new messages from women, more likes, more favourites. So I talked with them, get to know them, the real them. As my wife is away for work half the week and I barely work, I'd have nothing but time. I'd listen to their hopes, fears and dreams about life. I'd ask about their culture, their family. I'd make them laugh. It wouldn't matter how silly or mundane their day was. I wanted to hear about it. I made them feel special, heard. I figure out their values and convictions and adapt myself to that. I'd never make the conversation sexual. I wouldn't even broach the topic. Certainly not ask for nudes, as apparently so many men on these sites would do. They'd fall for me. I'd paint a verbal picture of the life I wanted and how it corresponded to theirs, and have them dream about me. They'd fall in love with me, think of me all the time, crave my attention and validation. They'd tell me they love me, often the first person they'd ever loved. They'd dream of a future with me, talk of the names of our children. Then it would end. I'd give them some reason to believe it wasn't their fault. I'd lose my faith in Islam, or get diagnosed with a terminal ill, or suddenly admit I'm gay. Whatever, I tried to make the landing as soft as possible, but I wrecked the hearts of dozens of women this way. I stopped the marriage sites and online relationships, though continued one or two in-person ones, and started using a mental health forum to try and get some help. It was one of those places, not unlike here on Reddit, where one can vent outwards in an anonymous way, but internal turmoil. I was speaking about my emotional issues, and this woman responded. She responded with a wit and understanding that caught me off guard. Annika, not her real name, was age 18 and a student. She was a geeky, nerdy girl from a middle-class family in Bangladesh. She had struggled with mental health almost all of her life. She struggled with, I don't know what that word is, trichotillomania.
Okay.
I've definitely said that wrong and I apologise. And self-harm. Often pulling at her hair often pulling at her hair when anxious, a physical manifestation of her inner turmoil. We spoke and instantly made a deep connection. We shared a somewhat apathetic and cynical view of life. Soon we were speaking every day, then all day. Made our own Discord server and would spend days speaking on the phone, playing Left 4 Dead together. She didn't have any friends and felt alienated from her parents. I was the first and only true friend she'd ever had. After a few months, she celebrated her 19th birthday and I sent her a silver necklace that she never took off. If I woke from a nightmare covered in sweat, thinking I was back in Afghanistan, I could call her and she'd always answer, sing to me, calm me down. She wanted to be a teacher. She knew she was lucky being middle class and wanted to be a teacher and helped disadvantaged girls in Bangladesh get an education. Try and make the world a bit of a better place. I never intended for it to happen, but feeling soon happened. Within a few months, we were in love with each other, and it felt sublime, so good. She was so in love with me, and to the point of obsession. She wanted us to be together, and I'd say the same. Though true, the distance between us and her living and being subject to her parents' wishes meant nothing could ever happen. Understand, I'm cutting a very long story short here. One day, after 8 months of us knowing each other, she went up to her dad and told him about me. Was insistent he listened to her, and to his credit he did. She told her father all about me, about how I understood and got her, that I was religious, I was okay with her emotional issues because I had some, she accepted. Against my expectations, he said, to paraphrase, he's older but sounds like a good man. Tell him to come to Bangladesh so he and I can spend some time together. If he is as you say he is, you two can get married, provided he supports your finishing university. She was so happy, ecstatic, wild with excitement. I was stunned, never thinking this event eventually would ever come to pass. So she bothered me consistently to come to Bangladesh, meet her father, and then marry her over and over. I was paralysed. The walls of deception I'd built were closing in. I realised then that I did love her in the deepest ways I'd ever loved anyone, but I also knew that the person she loved wasn't entirely real. I made some excuses about work or whatever, but I loved her. I truly did, and I had to tell her the truth. I did. I told her about my habits, emotionally scamming women. I told her I'm married. I told her I'm not Muslim. She was betrayed, angry, then silent. Her last message was, "My veins are filled with your betrayal." A few days later, her father contacted me, cursing me. She committed suicide, blaming the heartbreak I caused her. She's outlined it in a letter. Whose words are painful for me to read. That his only child was gone and it was my fault. I felt nothing at first, but soon it hit. The guilt, the shame, getting worse every day. Thinking of her, remembering her voice, her face, her dreams of a life with me. This sweet, innocent young woman snuffed out by my actions. I can't live with the grief. Even now, 2 years later, it consumes me. My wife knows nothing but notices I've changed. She thinks it's related to my PTSD from the military, but it isn't. It's Annika, knowing she's dead because of me. Sometimes I try to move past it, try to focus on tomorrow and something else. Then the part of me yells at me in my head, "You groomed, manipulated and exploited a young, emotionally vulnerable woman for your own emotional satisfaction." It's like I'm trapped in a Gordon knot. I don't know what Gordon knot is. You know, I miss her, but you killed her. I want to move on. She can't because she's dead because of you. The worst part about it is I can't fix it, you know. Death has this awful habit of permanence. I can't bring her back. There isn't even a crime to answer for. Had I murdered her, I'd go down to the police station immediately and confess everything, but I can't. If I were told to smother myself in barbecue sauce and jump into a river of piranhas to bring her back from the dead, I wouldn't hesitate for a moment. As I grew up, I was subject to the whims of many bad people who hurt and abused me. I swore that when I grew up, I wouldn't be a bad person. I'd be a good person and try to be a counterweight to the bad people, but I am a bad person. I killed the one person who truly loved and understood me and would do anything for me. I struggle with living. I'd had 3 suicide attempts in the past 2 years. I don't die. It's all stopped. That's it. It was very long, but
it's one of those where I go backwards and forwards.
yeah,
Where I'm like, you are a massive piece of shit to, he's clearly mentally unwell,
yeah,
right? But
unaware of it.
But it's really difficult because obviously Paul has a really bad mental health issue from strokes and brain actually being removed, and he can be a massive fucking arsehole, self-absorbed, you know, that's all part of the lobe damage that he's got. But still, this one has got PTSD. I understand that. I got diagnosed with PTSD, and I don't know, it just feels like it's about him. Do you know what I mean? Like he's like, "Oh, you're dead," but he constantly finds women, gaslights them, makes them fall in love with him, and then throws them away with a terminal illness.
That's awful.
Or he's decided he's not Muslim anymore. So he's using, or he's gay, and he's using the Muslim faith again, like people, you know, who believe it's Allah, isn't it? You know, this is their belief, this is their belief system, that, you know, they worship God. He's using that against them also. He is the devil.
A massive manipulator.
I don't even think, I mean, wouldn't he have had counselling coming out of the army or navy?
I mean, there should be, but I mean, we all know that, you know, you can go to these things, but if you don't actually want that help, if you're not getting what you are looking for out of that help,
he said he'd been married how many times?
4.
4 times. So I feel like, and I know he's like, he was sexually abused physically and mentally abused as a child. I still don't think that's an excuse.
No.
If anything, you want to make sure that that isn't something that you put out as well. Sometimes, like they say, you know, 1 in 8 of children that have grown up being abused physically, mentally and sexually will follow the same path. So 1 in 8, that's actually a really high number, considering how many children go through, you know, this neglect, abuse, etc. But I feel like he's giving back abuse, because it's not that he's sad about it, but he wants people to know how he feels about it. Do you see what I'm saying? He wants people
He's just
to feel as shit as he's felt in his life.
Stripping people of
Cookie,
the best
bed,
part of themselves.
Bed.
And then leaving.
Yeah. And I don't...
And then those people don't have that left for actually somebody who really does give a shit about them.
Yeah. Cookie, I don't believe he's sorry either.
No.
I don't believe he's sorry that she's
I
dead.
don't think he's going to stop doing it either.
Oh, absolutely not. And he's married to this poor woman who has no idea, who's going to work every day. He's clearly on disability, and he's probably still, I mean, this is an attention-seeking post. I want to know what people said in the comments. I didn't read you the comments from mine because it wasn't, like, you know, saying everything that we had said, but I want to know what people think. I really do.
It's not opening now. He doesn't want to go back.
Yeah, it's like, no, that was a horrible...
Hold on. So I've gone on to the initial one.
Yeah.
Where he actually put it on True Off My Chest. That's where it initially
where
went.
it came from.
Where it's then been deleted. But the top remark on there is, you keep talking about yourself so people can pity you. What have you actively done to change your ways? So you have clearly learnt nothing. You are still making this all about you. You've created a trail of victims that you have lied to, manipulated, made promises to, and then instead of being honest with them, gave them more lies. Their lies these lies costed somebody's life. You knew she was emotionally fragile, and you continued to dangle that carrot.
I happen to agree.
Absolute filth. If this is actually real, which I hope it's not, I don't know what to say. Get life insurance for your current wife at least before ending it.
So that's another point I wanted to say, and it's going to seem like I'm really insensitive, and I don't mean to come across insensitive to anybody, right? But it's really not that difficult to kill yourself, right? And I think 3 attempts, again, from him personally, I'm not saying from other people, I'm saying from him personally, feels to me like attention seeking. He probably, however he attempted to do what he did, I believe that he probably waited till his wife just got home or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
He gives me that feeling. I'm not saying it like that for everybody, because people do generally are unwell and want to end it all, you know. But I feel like that is more pity party shit that he's just saying to get more attention from people on Reddit, when it's backfired, and they're like, no, actually you're the worst kind of human fucking going. But then I go back and I'm like, he had a shit childhood, he experienced PTSD in the Navy. Did he say Navy? I can't remember if he said Navy or Army. I mean, it's irrelevant.
I think he said Army.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you know, that's real as well. Like, that's 100% real. That most of them come back with PTSD or CPTSD, which is complex post-traumatic stress disorder. But I still don't see any of them doing shit like that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know about this bloke, man, but I feel like if people listening to us or are on these websites and any of this sob story comes across from anybody that you've met online dating, take it as a warning.
Massive
warning. A massive warning that if somebody, I find that a red flag anyway. Obviously, I've been married 20 years this year, together longer, but I find it, you know, from you or other people that are still dating, you know, from their marriage breakdowns or just
dating.
You get what I'm saying? That when you talk about men and then they've thrown all this shit on you, I find that a red flag. Like before, when I said to you, it's like a red. The last one.
Chris.
Oh my god, I forgot about. Do you remember when you saw him? Were we in Butlins? Oh my god, listen to this.
When you do date,
brilliant.
Your friends do all give you like, oh, which one's that? Casualty Chris.
Yeah.
Now he got.
I mean, we saw all their willies as well. Good
not
time.
His.
Not
That's
his.
Why I
but the other.
To him.
Oh, okay, because he didn't dick pic.
Because there was no dick pic.
Okay,
but the ones that did dick pic, we didn't.
He just sent you pictures from A&E.
But he didn't. But he was very peculiar.
I completely blocked that out.
Very peculiar.
Go on, tell him.
He ended up telling me that he had like this internal illness where he would get pissed. I mean, the man drunk.
So he was a pisshead.
But then he'd be throwing up blood, and I'm like, I think you need to go to the doctor.
That's not normal. That sounds like an ulcer, yeah.
And then he's like, no. Oh, I just went to see my sister. She's my best friend. And then there was like this peculiar relationship with the sister that he would tell me about.
Probably his wife.
And I was just like, oh, this is very strange. And how he deemed his name Casualty Chris, because like he nearly died 10 times.
Yes.
In the very
a lot of the time was when you were going to meet up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He almost died then.
He nearly died, and I was like, you know, I'm not forcing you to see
me.
Then.
So you moved on?
Yeah, definitely moved on.
Far moved on.
A couple years later, then we went to Butlins, didn't we?
It was the last time we were at Butlins.
No.
Time before. When we were superheroes.
We were superheroes. And we just, you know, you're dragging your trolley along, and I've looked, and I'm like, oh my god, that is Casualty Chris, and we were like, fuck off.
Shut up!
It's Casualty Chris. I'm like, that fuck.
We saw him on the Saturday.
That was on when we first turned up.
Yeah, on the Friday.
And then we lost one of our friends.
Yeah.
That's what happened, right?
Yeah. There's two of our friends that have the best time of their lives, yeah.
I'm like, I'll get her. I'll get her. Yeah, babe, come on. Who are you talking? Come away. She's like, this is my friend Chris. And I'm like, no. Casualty Chris, get the fuck away. And she's like, no.
Yeah.
And that was.
And then the rest of us were like, but not me, guys. Oh my god!
It's like, come away.
I completely blocked that out. But yeah, it's definitely from women as well. I'm not just throwing the men under the bus here. If you meet someone and within the space of 2 weeks, mate, you know their full life story, there's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
There really something is wrong with that. Not that, listen, I can't even pretend like I know what it's like to date in the 24th century, yeah? I can't. I've been out of the dating scene for so many fucking years that, you know...
Don't start now.
It's a long time, right? So...
Now ain't the time
when
to get back in it.
When I met my husband, we met, like, the old-fashioned normal way. You'd go out, you meet someone. Well, in fact, actually, I met Paul through my ex-boyfriend because
that's how you met people.
yeah, that's how you met people. But it's
Like,
a good story.
Don't hook up with him. He might have a better friend.
So
better looking friend.
he came round. I was just sitting on the sofa watching TV. He came round and I thought, fuck me, he's well fit. And then he spoke to me, and when he gets nervous, his eyebrows shake. They do this little shaky thing, and I thought, wow, I want to sit on his face. That's what I thought. Next thing you know,
that was it. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
on his face, and it's a happy ever after.
Never look back.
Yeah, so it's funny how you met people by being out, didn't you? Whereas now
more than normal.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a tough world
Now,
for everyone.
if you met someone out, like, no one actually talks to anyone because you don't know whether they're married.
I think
you
as
don't
well,
know whether their wife's
we've been
watching,
told as a
you
general
don't know whether
group,
they're lying.
we're unapproachable. I don't know what that is. It's probably when I'm there. But
I am like the only single one, but I am also a resting bitch face.
Resting bitch fat, 100%.
Awful.
Whereas I feel like I smile all the time, but I've been told I'm scary for some reason. I'm like, why? But I'm clearly putting something out. I'm putting something out that I'm not aware of. It's probably a protective thing. So I'm definitely protective over my friends. But a lot of people say we're unapproachable, and I'm not. I swear we are like the best people ever. Anyone can come and say hi.
Ever see us?
Yeah,
come and join in.
I mean, that is the day we're both waiting for, right?
I know,
yeah. We're like, ah! But yeah, it's funny. So yeah, my advice is, I do feel like he's in the right Reddit threads.
Yes,
I
massively.
do feel like he's a manipulator and everything else that goes. I believe there's more to him than what he's put there. I think it's an easy cop-out to say I was abused as a child, I've been in the army, I've got all these complex health needs. It's really easy to cop out, but it's easy for me to say because obviously I live with someone with a legit mental health issue. Do you know what I mean? Who's physically and mentally disabled. So, and I have seen, so sometimes when you have a brain injury, you can go really happy and, you know, all of that. Of course, mine turned into a right miserable fuck. But, you know, and he holds on to things and there's all this stuff going on in his head, but still not an arsehole like that.
No.
So, I mean, it can make you that way, but he doesn't say he's got a brain injury, so he's got PTSD.
I mean, at the end of the day, from my side, where I have dated since my marriage, I feel like I've met him already.
It was casually Chris.
I feel like I've met him. I feel like we've spoke a couple of times in different forms. I
am happy that I am.
There are a lot.
That.
There are a lot.
I often say, like, to the girls, that I would never marry or be in a relationship again. If anything happened to myself and my husband, like we separated or anything, you know, ever happened, I would never date again. I'd have my fun. Let's not. But I would never. No, it's too much. You give yourself.
Be careful who you're having fun with.
Yeah, 100%. But I just couldn't imagine the effort of it. Like, for me, it's the effort of it. Like, watching you go through the effort, the investment, you know, and then you're 2 years in and you're like, okay, so now we're starting to talk about how we go forward, starting to introduce to your family, the children, your psychotic friends, and, you know, you're hoping that all of that goes well, and then you're making plans together as a couple, only for that person to be an absolute fucking piece of shit. And it is just another disappointment and a waste of time. And I don't envy you.
I mean, on one hand, I got back on that sort of, that saddle, and I was like, actually, do you know what? I can love again. I know who I am. I know what I want. But I also allowed for things to happen that I said that I'd never let someone
the thing
do
is,
to me again.
I think because you were in a place of, I don't want to be a psycho bitch. From my past trauma, I don't want that to affect this relationship. Yeah. So even though your brain's saying, hold on a minute, something ain't right here, Ems, you're pushing that and overlooking that because you're not trying to be psycho bitch. Do you see what I'm saying?
He's not my ex. It's okay.
Yeah.
Make mistakes.
Yeah.
But
turns out just another piece of shit.
that gut feeling, just go with it.
Yeah.
Just
but
go
it's
with
difficult as well because the thing is as well, babe, somebody like that can then gaslight you and then you're like, oh my God, I am a massive psycho bitch. You know, and then you've got, listen, I don't envy you. I do definitely, before you even think about dating again, I do think you should date again. Of course I do. But I am going, me and Jenna are going to sit down for dinner with this person before you're allowed to consider it. Yeah, 100%. I can't have it. I can't have it. And if I don't like him, the answer is no, you're absolutely not allowed. But because I worry, I don't want to keep watching you get hurt. It just pisses me off so much because you're not carrying any baggage into the next, and yet
This is why I'm single.
yeah,
Not because I'm dreading the sit down meal. Just
yeah. I mean, I
haven't got
don't
the
envy
energy
you.
for it.
I get it.
I haven't.
It's too much. I mean, we're great. Just me and you doing this, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, we're all good.
I'm living my best life this year. I've had the best year this year, actually.
We've had a great year.
This has been
Touch wood.
such a
So
good
we
year.
in our friendship group
We've had fun.
we've all turned
We've
40.
gone out.
Yeah.
We've done stupid shit.
Yeah,
We've
we're
done
planning
great
stupid shit for
shit.
next year. We started the
We've
podcast.
challenged ourselves.
I mean, we've
won every single time.
We've even said that if nothing, because the goal would be that we would make a living from the podcast. That would be amazing. But we have decided together that even if that is not a reality, we're going to, yeah, she's definitely a mimic. We're going to continue to do the podcast because it's like therapy for us both.
Yeah.
We have a giggle, we do stupid TikToks, we mess about, and then we get to talk about other people's shit, which then relates to our shit, and then we get it off our chest. And next thing you know, you feel great all week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we do stupid things like we're going to sign up for Tough Mudder Infinity and run round in circles for 12 hours.
I just don't feel like that's dumb. I feel like that is the way forward.
I feel like I really want to do it.
I really
So we
wanna
had
do
a
it.
look today, Tough Mudder, and it's like £5 more expensive had we had booked last week, and I'm glad we didn't because you made me feel like it was a big discount. It's a £5, brother.
Yeah.
Take the mick out of me, mate.
I mean,
You can do better. Let's see a
You can do
30% discount.
50.
50.
I feel like we're worth it.
I feel like we are worth it. I mean, we recorded that. We put that all over social media.
And I'd just like to point out, not that she's going to listen, but the skanky woman who wouldn't let us have the 5k medal.
Yeah, you.
Just for us to not, we knew you're going to have new medals this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
Just
have
give
paid
us
you
the
for that.
medal.
I would have given you a
We
tenner
did
for
that the other year. We didn't get a medal then.
No, because
we
you didn't
did
do
this
medals then.
got this medal. Give us both medals.
Although I have
we
to
deserved
say,
it.
you've upped the game on the t-shirt. I really love my new t-shirt.
Oh,
So
do you know
much
what?
nicer.
Do you know what? As nice as it is, it hasn't got the year in it. Our first one has got
I
the
did
year in
notice
it.
that 2019.
And I'm like, do you know what? This is just such a universal one. It's got no.
I can't find my London to Brighton medal either. I've put it safe along with my
I love
wig.
those
It's safe.
It's safe with your wig.
I mean, if you could see, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, like 1,000 drawers and shit. It's somewhere, but it's safe somewhere. So I need to find that because I am thinking of framing them, and then I'll add my Infinity. We have to do the Infinity no matter what. We just need to wait for the deals. I feel like we do. I like a challenge every year. It's good for the brain, babe.
Yeah. It's good for the soul.
It is good for the soul. And then when you're doing it, because when we were going through one of the tunnels that was full of stones on our knees, I decided I was going to start an OnlyFans. I haven't yet. But I was like, I'm not enjoying myself. And when I went in the cold water, that hurt as well. Like, it literally hurt. Anyway, moving on.
I loved it.
I loved it as well. It was great. It was funny. You know, some people were cutting it and I thought, why are you cutting corners? Just do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't like my medal if I cut.
No. We didn't need to.
No. I mean, there were times where I wanted to, but we didn't.
We didn't need to. We got this because we are badass.
Badass.
Living our best life. Go on.
Hold on, I'm just looking which one I'm going to do. Okay.
Although I could have done with a massage after it. Like, literally, there should have been like a man at the end
Man.
grabbing me up.
I don't think I wanted to be touched at the end.
No, possibly not.
Like 2 hours later after my bath. Then a deep tissue massage.
No, because after I saw that bath, I was like, yeah, don't need no one touching me. That's
skank.
still coming out of me tomorrow.
That was disgusting. That was proper rancid. I mean, you bring half the mud home with. That was super muddy though this year.
Although McDonald's was good after.
It was good. I lost all my skin on my fingers as well. That was random, but I think it's every time I fell or moved something. I was like, why in the mud? Every single my hands. But I'm wearing gloves next time with grips.
I don't think I could cope with it.
Oh no, I could. I prefer it on the bike as well. I always wear gloves now on the bike.
I do on the bike when I'm riding. I always put.
They have to be fit. I have proper fitted gloves though.
But in my head, I'm like, oh, just like the squidge of it being between the glove and my hand.
It's the same. It's the
I
same.
just don't think
Yeah, but the mud won't penetrate through the glove.
It
Just
will.
the wet.
It
Maybe I'll put them
will.
in there until it's time.
It
then.
penetrated everywhere.
It was
will.
in me. It was inside me.
It
Right.
will.
Okay. I, 20 male, did something to my fiance, 25 female, that I'm now regretting. Any advice? Me and my
Should've done it.
fiance have been together for almost 3 years. We have a 1-year-old and a little before a year into us dating, I found pics on her phone of her ex-boyfriend. She said she had never looked at them and just simply didn't clean out her phone when they broke up. I didn't think much of it at the time and asked her to delete them, which she did. But recently I went on her phone and went to Google Photos and saw that a lot of the pics were saved in there. I confronted her about it and she said she had no idea about them being saved there. The thing is, the photos were saved around the same time, if not a little after I asked her to delete them off of her app.
Ooh.
We had an argument,
No.
but eventually we put it past us. I think I
Clearly
should
not.
also mention that a couple of months until us dating, she texted her ex a happy birthday text, which I saw and confronted her about.
What?
Okay. She said that she didn't want to make a
Excuse me.
big deal out of it, but we worked through it as I wasn't exactly the perfect boyfriend at the time either. Anyway, you're going to like this bit. Anyway, I recently did something that I am now regretting.
Okay.
When I saw the happy birthday text, I wrote down his number in my notes just in case it ever happened again. So I went to her phone and wrote down his number as the contact name to the phone number of her school, which she calls here and there. I did that so his number would appear on her call log. So no, she never called him, but anyways, I made it seem like she had been calling him recently and woke her up late at night to confront her about it. She of course denied it because she really didn't call him, and I made a big deal out of it even though I knew I was lying. So now I'm in an awkward position. I think I just so pissed about the photo being saved to her Google Photo app that I just wanted another reason to fight with her. I really just don't know what to do now. That's it. That was safe for you.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Like, he did.
What is wrong with you?
Well, he's clearly up to something, isn't he? Why is he looking for fights?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You're going through her phone.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm hoping that's because you have a relationship based on trust and there's nothing to worry about.
Don't understand what if he did, he wouldn't keep going for her phone, would he?
What are you looking for?
Evidence of her
yeah.
cheating. So what does that make you think?
Yeah. What? Oh my god.
He set her up knowing that she didn't do it.
So-
That's very bizarre. That's gaslighting.
Massive. What the fuck? Is she still with him? She needs to
Yeah.
get rid of that.
I mean, she must be like, I didn't call him. So what has he done? Changed it back, the number back to his name from the name school? Do you see what I'm saying? To then wake her up and be like, you've been calling him. Because obviously she's been calling the school. He changed the name. Because you know, like, if someone's got two numbers, they're under the same name. So he's probably put it there. She's obviously ringing the school, whatever that means. And has she now changed his number out of that? No, he's now changed his number out of that. So it now appears Richard. And then on her call log, it's like she's been ringing him, but she ain't. And he knows she ain't. I mean, that is a whole nother...
He has absolutely overthought something there.
Right.
Set her up. And all he's done is upset himself, dickhead.
Weird
Really,
behaviour.
she needs to get out of that.
So, top
Like,
comment.
run.
You are a manipulated, abusing and gaslighting her. You need to come clean immediately and in the same breath tell her that you will start therapy. Not couples therapy, although you should do that as well, but therapy for yourself to address your insecurities. Your post suggests that you have gone through her phone looking for problems many times. This is no way for either of you to live. Aren't you exhausted being so worried about imaginary problems constantly? We all have insecurities, but it is unresponsible, irrational, abusive and scary that you not only came up with such a delusional plan, but follow through with it at some point.
It just reminds me of that stupid girl who's like, please help me come up with a lie about what I didn't do.
Either you love her, your humanity, your morality, hell, even the fear of getting caught should have stopped you from doing this. What was the goal here? You knew what you were saying was a lie. Did you want to be mad at her for something? That's not healthy. This is not safe for her.
No, he wants to be mad at her because he's fucking up here. Whether that's just all in his own head fucking up, or whether there's something else going on outside.
He belongs in that Reddit thread.
Yes.
You are the devil.
What is
there is
wrong with
something.
these people?
Do you reckon he's related to the one that I read before about setting up all these women? I love you. What the fuck is wrong with people? We've said this before, yeah. People actually go on the internet, write this story down to Reddit, read it back to themselves and still don't think that's fucking mental.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with that.
That, for me...
I'm going to have a whole bunch of people supporting me here. I can tell.
That, for me, is like super fucking mental that they're not like, okay. Oh my God, someone said, depending on the circumstances, this is probably a crime. Based on this post, I wouldn't be surprised if he lied about his age to her, when they first started going out. She got pregnant, so it was too late to run. Oh my God. Okay, that's all I've got to say about that.
It's never too late to run.
She must be going out of her mind, like that poor lass. I didn't cheat on him, but I'll just say that I did, so we have peace.
Yeah, so
is
that he doesn't. No, just leave.
Do you reckon that's
It is time to go.
Do you reckon this is them? This
When
is his
someone
point of
is
view.
actually setting you up,
Bizarre.
it is time to leave.
It's actually mental, mate. Why would you want your partner to admit they've done something that they haven't done? It's so strange. People are so.
What if she
weird.
did? What if she did go, oh my God, you've caught me? And he'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. Mate, I'm telling you. People are fucking mental.
There's so much instability.
It's, for me, it's, you read that back to yourself after you wrote that.
And you were okay with that.
And you still don't think you're mental.
Did you not talk to your mates? Did your mates not say,
and you're
don't
asking,
do this?
But this is what I'm saying. So that girl that we read, that she was like, what story can I come up with to tell him, yes, I did cheat, even though I didn't? Do you reckon that's how I have her off?
No. It's just another fucking psycho.
It's just another fucking psychopath.
Another one. And another one.
I mean, it's not funny, but fuck me. It's over to you, babe.
I've got another one.
Oh, a Delulu.
So, it starts off in relationships, which I, 30 male, am in a 2-year relationship with a woman, 39 female, I was never attracted to.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so then he got put over into Am I the Devil?
Yeah. Let's hear why.
Headed, I'm sad, so I led my girlfriend on for 2 years, is probably the truth of it, really, isn't it?
Right.
It got deleted, so somebody has put it into the comment bit in case of that. So I, 30 male, am in a 2-year relationship with a woman, 29 female, I was never attracted to. This started about 1 year after I broke up with my ex-girlfriend after she cheated on me. I was scared to approach other girls as I was afraid they would do the same to me. Pretty logical. I was sad and lonely. I had always been an insecure person with low self-esteem. This is in no way an excuse, but I just want to lay out my mental state at that time. I feel like it's an excuse. Oh, so many excuses.
I want to know if he falls in love with her. That's what I'm waiting to hear.
I kind of feel like that's kind of annoying. Anyway, then she came into my life. She was a junior in my office. We met through a common friend and started talking. She showed interest in me from the get-go. She was the one who initiated most of the conversations. She also flirted with me, to which I replied politely. Eventually, she admitted that she liked me. I have no idea what she saw in me.
Me neither.
Oh, I'm struggling so far. I wasn't attracted to her, unfortunately, so I rejected her. Saying that, I just got out of a relationship and am not looking for one right now. But she took it in a different way. Sometime later, when we were hanging out alone, she surprised me with a romantic gift. I was taken back by this. It was at this point of my life that I made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I kissed her. Whether it was due to loneliness or just the sheer feeling of being loved or just plain horniness, I don't know. But I did. After this, we became a couple. She, of course, was very happy. I was, however, felt very guilty for what I did. I thought about breaking up multiple times during our relationship, but wasn't able to do so. Sometimes there were some engagements. Her father also died during this time, so it didn't feel like a right time. Ultimately, I didn't have the courage to leave such a wonderful woman. And now coming to the present, here I am, still in this relationship. I am not happy, and I don't even remember the last time when I was not depressed. She is an angel, and I am doing this to her. She is everything that I want in a girl except the look. She is everything that I want in a girl except the looks for me. For if only I was attracted to her, my life would be set. I can't break up with her because I don't want to break her heart. I won't be able to see her cry. I also don't think any other girl would be interested in me, nor should they be. I am a wreck. But she deserves to be with someone who loves her as much as she loves him. I can't be with her as I'm not attracted to her. I feel guilty of getting attracted to other women to the point that I don't even look at them now. I don't know what I'm going to do. What I do know is that whichever option I choose, I'm going to regret it later. Yeah.
He doesn't love her,
No.
because if he did love her, he wouldn't even be worried about her looks anymore.
No.
Do you know what I mean? He would have grown. He would have grown to love her looks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you see past it, don't you? Because you end up loving their
some
soul.
people can be the best looking people in the world, but
And so ugly.
and so ugly, which makes them actually physically ugly because of the way that they are. Whereas other people who aren't conventionally pretty become beautiful because of the way that they are as a human.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he belongs on Am I the Devil, because yes, he got into the relationship for all the wrong reasons, and he doesn't want to hurt her for all the wrong reasons, but I actually feel for him a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Or you don't at all?
Do I feel for him? Yeah, I do. Do you know what? There is part of me that's like...
He didn't start off initially, he went with it and was like, shit.
He's just gone with something...
Like what he probably wanted to be a one night stand, but stupidly shat where he worked.
He kissed her, and the next thing you knew, he was in a relationship with her.
That's what I'm saying. But he shat where
I'm
he
saying
ate.
only,
He shat where he ate because he done it at work.
Massively.
I don't know what to do. I feel like the nicest thing to do is to be honest and
he needs to get out.
Because I think she
deserves better. She deserves more.
He's stopping her from moving on and meeting the right person.
And actually having true happiness.
It's not going to be nice. Of course it's not. But it's not fair.
That girl doesn't know what it feels like to be loved back.
Of course, yeah.
And she deserves that.
And I don't think it's fair to carry on this fucking rom-com of...
The betrayal. It's awful.
Because he'll either end up cheating,
Absolutely.
resenting her, or she'll end up having kids and their whole relationship is built on shit. It's like, get out, mate, because you're not doing anybody any favours, not yourself and certainly not her. I don't think he's the devil. I don't think he's great, but I also don't know if... I think he's more of an arsehole than the devil.
I mean, there is part of me that feels like I'm sort of swinging around a little bit. You know, he's come out of a relationship where he's been cheated on, he doesn't feel safe in himself, and maybe she preyed on him a little bit. I can fix you.
How old is she?
29.
And he is
30.
Oh, there's only a year between them.
Mm.
I mean, maybe she fancied him and went for it. He reciprocated.
Yeah,
Next thing you know, they're like married.
Yeah, we'll get through it. We'll get through it.
Yeah,
we'll get through it.
It's
and he's just like, okay.
You know, maybe she is involved in that. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's not fair to her. It's really not. I mean, she's 29 years old at the end of the day. If she wants to settle down and have kids and all that,
like,
he really
now's
needs
her time,
to. He really needs to let her go so she can move on and find somebody that is worthy of having her.
Yeah,
and there definitely is somebody. Just because he's saying everything but the looks doesn't mean she's not the most beautiful woman in the world. Just not for him.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But you've taken it too far, mate. Do you know what I mean? What's the top comment?
The top one is, I'm thinking this might be the new type of troll. There's been a couple of these popping up recently. I don't doubt that this could happen, but the fact that so many people are posting at once makes me question it. So she don't think it's real.
Okay.
There's a couple of comments off of that, but they're all a bit like, yeah. It's depressing to realise that some people really are that spineless.
Yeah. Just everything we've said, isn't it?
This guy is a new type of arsehole. He doesn't want to be blamed. He instead wants to say he was too good to someone, and of course he shouldn't have been with that bad looking woman, no matter that she's treated him better than anyone else.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he can win. But I also feel like he did it to himself. And it's not fair to continue to lead her on, to carry on.
Yeah, I think that's the ultimate underlining, isn't it? You need to come out of that.
Yeah, you're not in it, so move on.
Yeah, let her go.
That's also okay. But to be an arsehole and continue to, you know, build a life together when there is no future, because there isn't. Because either way, she's going to feel like you stuck with her just because you stuck with it. It's not fair.
No, it's not.
Okay, ready to move on? So this is my trigger warning one. It's quite deep, but it did leave my jaw open a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wife 30 female got an abortion after she found out I, 30 male, cheated. Need advice urgently. So there's more to it than just that title. So when I'd read it, I was a bit like, shit. Okay. My wife 30 female and I 30 male have been together close to 7 years. 7 year itch.
Mm-hmm.
She is the most important thing in my life. She is/was 4 months pregnant with our first child. These first 3 months of the pregnancy have been hell. She has been extremely sick. She has had horrible morning sickness, mood swings to the point where I started to question whether I married the right person. So about a month ago, we had some team building dinner at the office where there was plenty of alcohol. After the
Good old alcohol.
after the team building, one of my co-workers, 32 male, invited 5 of us to his place. I got very drunk and I made the worst mistake of my life.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's the coat. Excuse me. I slept with one of my co-workers, Lucy, 28 female. I knew
Lucy.
immediately I had made a mistake.
Lucy.
I had made a mistake, and so in the morning I told her that it was a mistake and that I loved my wife.
And she cried and told him I'm pregnant.
Things have been quiet for that time. The relationship with my wife has gotten better. The 4th month of pregnancy has been great. She is back to the happy person she was before. Everything changed on Tuesday this week when my wife
Lucy.
asked me whether it's true that I slept with Lucy, 28 female. I admitted it immediately and asked who told her. Apparently Lucy got in touch with my wife and told her everything. I tried to ask for forgiveness, but my wife basically told me that she's not interested in anything I have to say, that she needs time and not to talk to her. Yesterday she went to work as usual and I thought maybe she would forgive me. Today, Thursday, she works from home. When I woke up at 7 a.m. to go to work, she was not at home. She had been sleeping in our spare room. I got worried because she was not picking up my calls, and so I took time off today. About an hour ago, her best friend brought her home and immediately left. I tried to ask her what's wrong, and she just said that I should ask my wife, which I did. So she basically told me that she is done with our marriage. I need to look for a place to live for the next 1 year as she and I apply for divorce. I asked about the child. She said that she would give me the address of the hospital where she went and I could go and get the fetus. I tried asking questions, but she told me that she is tired and in pain and to leave her alone. That I should tell her when I plan on moving out. I feel sick. How do I solve this, please? I know that I made a mistake by sleeping with my co-worker, but I don't think I can live without my wife. Is there any way to fix this? It hurts because I feel like she aborted the child to get back at me. She didn't want the children, but I managed to convince her to have one. My wife got an abortion when she found out I cheated. How do I fix our relationship? How do I move on from this?
She is done.
Mate.
How she described that.
So
I'll
what is
give you
40
the hospital address so you can go and
So
collect
she was-
the fetus.
So she was 16 weeks.
She was fucking
Are you
done.
allowed to have an abortion at 16 weeks? Up until when? 22 weeks?
24. In this
Fucking
country.
hell. Mate. I mean, they would have had their 3-month scan and everything. No, she was done.
I'm sorry, done.
She didn't
I
even
will
want
give you
kids.
the address so you can pick up the fetus.
Oh, yeah.
She is
And what about...
over that.
What about the fucking ways, like, for the first 3 months it was hell, all these mood swings and being sick. You have no idea what it takes to grow a fucking
Do you know
baby.
what? Do you know what? hats off to that woman. I know who I am. I know what I'm worth. And do you know what? This ain't it.
Yeah. She sacrificed having a baby for him, and he fucking went and did that.
Do you know what?
Because she had mood swings.
I'm sorry.
Because she was being sick. Some women really fucking... I really fucking suffered.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I was very lucky.
I was so fucking ill. Not so much mood swings. Mine was just, I was fucking sick all the way through with my second, sick for the first 3 months with sick. But,
Wow.
that's the price you pay. You're growing a life inside you, mate. And you convinced her to do it, and you went and fucked some random top comment. So you tried to baby trap your wife, and then you cheated on her. She didn't want kids and agreed to making a pretty big sacrifice for you. You don't fix this. You allow this poor woman to move on and find a better man.
Absolutely.
There is no, as far as I can see, there is no... I don't know whether to go and see if he's done any other posts.
I mean, Lucy, I don't know what to say about you.
Oh,
Lucy.
no, see, I never blame you. I can't blame
Lucy,
the other
are you a
person.
woman's woman here? Because you slept with a man that you knew was married,
Right.
but then had the nerve to let his wife know who was
Right.
pregnant.
Because he wouldn't carry on the affair.
Yeah.
That's how it feels to me.
I don't feel she's a woman's woman here.
She's probably not, but it's still not her responsibility.
No, it's not.
No.
But what she's done is destroyed another woman.
She has, right? And yes, she's a bitch for that. But she still ain't the bitch.
No.
I never, listen, there are a lot of women who sleep with men. In fact, some of them, it's like a fucking turn on.
Yeah, no.
You're married, you're in a relationship, you know, they are...
It's the token, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like,
it is, I got your man. Now,
mate, you
if
got my man, you can have it.
he's definitely worth not keeping, yeah, having.
Mhm.
But I don't know why, maybe because I've never been in that position. I just don't blame. The other woman's a fucking slag. I ain't saying she ain't. I'm just saying it's all on him. His
100%.
wife sacrificed, got pregnant, decided to go through with having a baby to make him happy. And now she's like, bitch, if you want that fetus, go and get it. That's why it was a trigger warning, because obviously, I don't know, because it was quite late in the pregnancy
it
for me.
is a massive trigger warning.
That is...
I mean, sorry, mate. You shat on it.
Yeah. I mean, I was gobsmacked when I read that. I was like, mate.
And good for her for knowing her worth.
Yeah, good for her, but, you know, she's still got to grieve the loss of her baby as well. All that she went through, and now she's got to grieve the loss of
Her marriage, her baby.
And everything.
Her lifestyle.
Her dream.
Yeah.
But she ain't fucking taking none of that shit.
Yeah, she ain't laying down.
Yeah. Right, over to you, my darling.
Wow. What's wrong with people? Oh, this was a short one.
Yeah.
So it started in Am I the Arsehole as Am I the Arsehole for not attending my sister's wedding because her bridesmaids are exes.
I almost picked this one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read it though.
It then got transferred over to Am I the Devil, and it says there's one night stands. They are one night stands, not exes. So,
okay.
Also got deleted, but got put in the comments so that we can all read it still.
Yay!
I, 30 male, have a sister, 27 female, who is getting married soon. I was looking forward. Hold on, I'm gonna just make my writing a bit bigger.
That's old age, yeah, that is.
I'm squinting. I was looking forward to it until I found out that she chose her two best friends as bridesmaids, who also happened to be two women I had one night stands with. You slept with your sister, your little sister's best mates.
Well, we know somebody else.
What?
From school who done that.
Who slept with his little sister's best mates?
Yeah, a lot of people do that. I don't think that's a massive big deal, but go on. Not for a one night stand.
Anyway, I have nothing against them now, but the history is awkward. I told my sister I was uncomfortable attending the wedding with them in the spotlight as she blew up at me. And she blew up at me. She said I was being selfish and should put her happiness first. I suggested that I could skip the reception to avoid the awkwardness, but she insisted that if I'm not there for the whole thing,
Was
I
the
shouldn't.
sex that good? I feel like it weren't.
I shouldn't come at all. I just decided not to attend.
Okay.
Now she's heartbroken and my family is split. Some think I should just get over it, whilst others agree with my choice. Am I the arsehole? Yeah, mate, I think you're the arsehole personally. Like, I agree with, they were one night stands. Like,
Yeah, he's making it into a massive deal.
and he's making it about himself.
They were one night stands, not relationships.
I mean, where these girls literally are crying, saying, "I'm really sorry, I can't be it because your brother's going to be there." And I just
Yeah,
don't.
was
think I
that the
can-"
best sex of your life?
No.
I'm trying to understand
No,
where the big deal is here.
no, because they're both standing there, they're flicking their heads, saying, "Hey, bring him." Who's walking down the aisle with him? I ain't walking down the aisle with him. You walk down the aisle. I ain't walking. Down
I
the
don't
aisle.
think it's that deep. I
No,
think he's making it
he's
deep,
making
and
it.
it's not deep.
It
I
ain't.
feel like it ain't a big
The
deal.
girls don't give a shit,
Nobody
and he's
cares.
making it about himself instead of his sister's wedding.
Yeah, you sound a bit crazy. Like nobody cares. There are people in life that you've slept with, and you will see them. It is what it is. Stop making random shit into big deals. Nobody cares except you. You're gonna miss your sister's wedding because you fucked a couple of people at the wedding. Get it together, you fucking dickhead. Top comment?
Dude seriously thinks his sister's best friends can't be at her wedding because he fucked them once.
Exactly. Get over it.
Don't want to worry about running into your one night stands at family events. Don't fuck your sister's friends.
True
Simple.
story.
I mean, some people would have thought this through before sleeping with one or more of his sister's best friends. Like, won't this make things awkward in the future?
I don't understand what the big deal is still.
Like, yeah.
I don't understand why he's crying. Why you cry?
You'd think someone so uncomfortable with the idea of being in the same room as someone he had a one night stand with would have been smart enough to sleep with someone he wasn't going to have to see again.
Yeah.
Not his sister's best friends.
You want to get it together. When was the post done? I wouldn't miss your sister's wedding. You've been a right twat.
Yeah, proper twat. 2 days ago.
Yeah, you're being a twat,
Yeah,
right?
move on,
I'm not
mate.
saying you're going to hear this, but if you hear this, don't miss your sister's wedding because you slept with 2 girls. Life is full of things that you've done, regret, whatever. You just got to hold your head up high and get on with it. At the end of the day, your sister's far more important than 2 birds that you slept with that probably aren't even thinking the same way as you. It's very strange.
Really fucking strange.
Okay, you happy for me to finish us off? It's not a massive one. Are you still reading?
No.
Okay. It's not massive, but
Never is.
that's what she said.
Mm.
Anyway, I thought this was for you as well.
Oh.
It was rage bait. I liked it. I, 28 male, was manipulated into cheating on my wife, 28 female. How do we move forward through our marriage? Hey Reddit!
Bring on the manipulator.
I am going through a tough time in my marriage. It all started because recently I entered a depression. My wife and I both have very demanding jobs. Recently I had a new project that had me working longer hours and that it would start my depression. Now I'm going through depression. I started confiding in my co-worker about how I was feeling. I thought I would trust her as a friend, but she knew that I was in a vulnerable state.
Oh, fuck off.
She took advantage of my state,
Oh no.
and this led to an affair. My
Oh
wife,
wait, hang on. An affair.
an affair,
Not just like a one night
an
stand.
affair.
The manipulation.
He started the affair when he started emotionally cheating. But anyway, My wife found out and was going to counselling Monday, but this month our marriage is on the ropes. I've been trying to get her to understand my depression and how long my mental health was, but she doesn't want to hear it. Go.
I wonder why. Why does she not want to listen to his excuses?
I'm confused as well. I can't understand how this is not everybody's fault but his. I'm with him. He had nothing to do with it.
Honestly,
he was walking.
He literally walked, and this woman clearly fell on his dick every time.
And as he fell, his pants fell down, and he landed in the hole because every hole's a goal.
Right.
Yeah, but it happened multiple times.
Yeah, because he's clumsy like
And
that.
because he's depressed. So, top comment. Okay, well, you might want to start by dropping the idea that you were manipulated into this affair.
I would like to know how he was manipulated into it.
Oh, because she emotionally built trust and then emotionally had an affair. You chose to cheat on your wife. You made a conscious decision at some point to get involved with another woman. It wasn't the other woman's fault, it was your fault. You are a full grown adult who makes his own decisions. Your
I had
marriage,
called him in that.
your marriage has exactly zero hope of recovery until you admit to yourself and to her. We do have a reply from OP.
Really? Let's go on. Let's hear it.
At the end of the day, I was the one who cheated. It is my responsibility.
Yeah.
That doesn't absolve her from taking advantage of someone she knows going through a dark time. So really, like, you are the devil, and he probably is been put in the suburban not because he cheated, but because he was manipulated.
It's everyone else's fault.
Right. But this man cannot accept that it's fully his responsibility because he's the one that was in the committed relationship. And then someone said, stop deflecting blame. This man cannot take responsibility for his actions. And that's how we're going to end today. We hope you enjoyed. I've got to do stretches now because the body's old. So we think he's an arsehole, he's in the right Reddit thread.
Honestly, what is wrong with
Your relationship's done because
Yeah,
you're a
done.
man
Move on.
child.
Stick with your affair.
You're a man
because,
child.
You know, stay in that.
Right.
And then the next one.
You're never going to take
Right.
responsibility for your behaviour and you're going to continue to be an arsehole to grow up, which I don't see happening anytime soon.
No.
So
Just until you die.
that's on you. Can't even blame the co-worker because she isn't married in a relationship as far as we know.
No.
All on you.
Although he was vulnerable.
You was vulnerable. Right. Bye-bye, my darlings.
Bye.
Until next time.
Wow. What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything